So this is a tutorial on how to set up your templates for when to work. So if you look, first up, if you see red means it's published. That means that everybody can see it. If you advance through your weeks, that's published. That is not published. All right. So next up would be I choose a week that I know has not been weird and that there's no holidays. And I usually pull it from the month before when I start dumping these things into the calendar. So I might go back and I would look and I would say, if I back up, because my internet's being funky, and I go back to say, this week. And maybe I say, all right, this has been a pretty normal week, nothing too out of character. So this is a Andrea morning week. So I save the template. I name it, and I would call it Andrea Am, and then I would say like January 22, just so I know. Or I can overwrite it to another template. So you can look, you can see I already have one. So I'm just going to use this one as an example and I'll save the week. And I want to save the week? Yes, I want to save the week. Then I would go in advance forward. So Andrea's morning, Andrea's evening. So this is an evening one. So say I want to save this template and I would call it save week. I would call it, or I could overwrite a template and do Andrea January PM. And I save the week and say, yes, I want to save the week. So then I have my template saved. Now I'm going to go into a week that is empty. So I don't want to mess you up too much. But if I go in, this is afternoon, this is evening. So you are in here. I'm going to go ahead. That's morning. So this would be afternoon. So this is blank, right? So you can see Janet's off. She's put in their days off. So anything that she would flow into, it automatically gets kicked up to the top. So now how do I get that afternoon week in there? So I'm going to double check and make sure I put the right week in there because things get weird. So afternoon, I'm going to import and I would go find the week that I'm going to import. I select January PM, import the week. And as you can see, it just dumped the whole week in as it was created in the template. And then because Janet has a day off, it kicked her up to the top. These classes are open. These classes were not filled. And so then all you have to do is start either assigning. So one way to assign is to go in here and available employees and do your changing around, or you can drag and drop. So if you have a mouse, you can, or the trackpad works well for you. I can take one and I can drag and drop it. So say if Sue Cube, it's not supposed to be there and it's supposed to be Sandy, I can grab it and drag it and drop it and assign it to Sandy. And then it moves around. That can be a little pain in the butt for me just because this chart goes all the way down here. So sometimes it's faster for me, I have found, to go in and assign them based on that other screen, which is here and available employees, and assign them. If a shift gets completely deleted, you just delete the shift. So those are your options. If you're changing a time on something, you have to go in and change them all. Those are all in there. I know you know how to put people in and put people out because we've done that. I've seen you do that. So basically it's working those templates to your favor and then you start shuffling. So once the week is set, I will go back through and I'll start moving them around to figure out who's going to do it, or you leave it open. So you publish all of February and say in February you've got a bunch of these openings. Leave them open, especially if they're at the end of the month. See if somebody else will pick them up. I feel like something's missing here. And I feel like you put these in, you didn't use the template. So now you've got a hand plug in. Do not do template and an individual at the same time, because now you got to put those class managers in. And then that's when you start to forget things. So that's why you need to use a template. and then leave it open once you've published it. So again, this week, you don't have the class managers in there, and you're going to have to put them in all separate. You can, when you create a time slot, you can go like, so say I have that 9:30 all, or 9:44, no, 9:45 all week. If you click it, you can choose to assign it to all the days, select a position, and then add the shift, and then start moving them around as well. So hopefully that makes a little sense, but do use the templates. Otherwise you're gonna miss something. This one I know I put in here, and this was a template. So you're going to have to remember to put class managers in for the week of the 20th, the week of the 27th, and the week of the 6th. I have already dumped based on that January calendar. And so then if I go to this week, actually that was this week, right? I dumped that week. This would be if Andrea was PM. So then I just go import, select saved, Andrea AM, and import week. And there it goes. And now they're all in there, and then you can start moving them around. Like, I know that Renee didn't want 3 a week forever, so I would have to make adjustments on that. Yours, you would have to make adjustments on, because you're not going to be this 11 o'clock. So that 11 o'clock needs to go back to whoever. That's why I try to find as normal a week as possible, but it's better than putting them all in at once. So like Sharon's Wednesday, and then Janet's there. So then I start looking at individual people and trying to figure out where I'm at and what needs to be done. So there's another 11 o'clock. So then you see if is Sharon going to pick that up, or sometimes, like I said, if you publish it and let it go, let her rip, because Ramona was already sending a message about her class managing times, that she had too many. Well, class managers are the most problematic in my opinion on how to get them scheduled, because they change and move around quite a bit. So that's it. Let me know if you have any questions, and good luck with that. It's not that complicated. It's just using those templates. And then the worst part is when you publish, and then everything starts coming in with the trades. I found it's better if they want to have a trade, just to take the trade out and make it unassigned, because nobody notices the trades anymore. Nobody's looking at them the way they used to. And that's all.